Oh. I'm having some difficulties right now. Hold on a second, everybody. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Had technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. Just getting everything set up. If you hear the noise in the background, that's one of my many tabs I got open right now. All the news and stuff like that. So give me a second here. All right, all right. There we go. Oh boy, here we go. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. I had to just get that out the way real quick. Again, just give me 1 more second. Just getting everything together. All right. Oh, now it wants to take all day. There we go. All right, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? I hope everybody's had a good week so far. If you weren't here last week, if you can see, it's just me right now. If you weren't here last week, a quick update. The one and only Miss Lana Quest, she stepped aside to do her own show. The Lana Quest show, you can catch it every Wednesday here on YouTube, of course, at 9 o'clock. So that's where she'll be. That's where you can catch her if you wanted to catch her out and watch her show. Great show, by the way. But thank you for coming back here with me. I'll be here every Thursday, like always, giving you guys the news. The format might change a little bit, so be expecting that. But I'll still be here giving you guys the news, breaking everything down just the way I know how. All right. But with that being said, for everybody that is returning, welcome. Thank you. Shout out the usual suspects. But if this is your first time, I'm a local online news show. I talk about local, national, and international news. I am Aaron Casey, and this is What's Up People News. So let me just get my notes here. If you've seen by the title, this is some quick news. This will be a short show tonight. Just want to get in, let you guys know what's going on. I do have some other things I got to attend to tonight. But with that being said, we're going to get right into it. Oh, of course, let me know how your week's been. Always put it in the chat. Put it in the comments after the show. And this is your first reminder. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We do want to get to 1,000 subs. We're halfway there. So, tell your friends, families, they like the content. Hey, you know what to do. Anyway, we're going to get right into it. Oh, we want to shout out Miss Quest. She is in the building. Give it up for Miss Quest. Again, you can check her show out every Wednesday, 9 o'clock, right here on YouTube. There we go. So we're going to get right into it. The first thing that we're going to talk about, I just found out about this story, but there were 2 teens fighting in a New Jersey mall. And cops were called. Black team were fighting. White team, they was getting into it. The white team put his hand in his face, And you know how that goes. Don't put your hand in my face. Anybody, it don't matter what race you. If you put your hand in my face, I tell you don't do it. One thing is going to lead to another, and we're going to have to get it in. But anyway, they got in a scuffle. Police came. They broke up the fight, but they tackled the black kid, arrested him, but they put the kid that he was fighting, the white kid, they sat him right there on the bench, right there. Just here, you sit down. They both had both officers had the knee in the back of the kid's back. The kid that he was fighting, the white kid, just stood up and kind of looked down, like ha ha ha. Now I couldn't tell if he was laughing or not, but the fact that he kind of stood up and then looked down on him, I mean, that's if he wasn't laughing, that's kind of like, yeah, I got the final say so. It was a horrible situation. The governor spoke out. Numerous, of course, the internet was on fire when this video came out. But it's just a horrible situation. Y'all definitely need to go check that out. I'll leave a link to the article. Of course, everything that I talk about tonight, y'all can definitely find in the description after the show. Like we always said before, you know, I'll bring you the news. I'll bring it to you because that's what I like to do. But at the same time, y'all definitely got to do your own research. You got to think for yourselves. Maybe y'all might have a difference of opinion after seeing the video. Maybe y'all think the cops was justified. I don't know. I'm just telling you how I look at it. Just bringing you guys the news, what's going on, because this isn't typical. This isn't the first time we've seen a video like this. This has happened numerous times with countless. It doesn't matter the age. You could be a little kid. You could be a grown man. You could be this young gentleman. I think he might have been 14 or 15, somewhere around that age. It doesn't matter. You could be a little girl at a pool party and get body slammed. It doesn't matter. But we definitely need some change and get some things done. Better training, all of that. I don't know. Something has to be done. Something has to be done. Oh, yes. Of course, the greatest moderator in the world is in the building. She wanted to also say Ben Crump is the attorney for the young man. There is another video where the mother and son talked with Don Lemon, excuse me. I'll leave a link for that so y'all can check that out as well. But we're gonna move right along here, going to the next situation. When I seen this, I thought this was just horrific. This is just crazy. But a little girl by the name of Paislee Shultis, and y'all know I'm horrible with names, but Paislee Shultis, she was kidnapped back in 2017 in New York. Well, a detective got some leads or something like that, went to this particular house. Long story short, they found the little girl under the steps. Almost kind of like a Harry Potter situation, like literally living under the steps. The detective said he was walking up and down the steps, and he said something about it seemed off. It seemed weird. It was different, and he just couldn't shake what it was, you know. And he did what detectives do. He started sleuthing, you know, end up finding the little girl under the stairs in like a big, just covers, blankets, like stuffed animals. She was like living in this kind of nest looking thing. It was crazy, y'all. But definitely check that article out. Of course, we're going to be moving right along. Again, just like the title said, this is some quick news. We're going to get in, we're going to get out. Y'all can get your stuff. Y'all know y'all got things to do. I definitely got things to do. Anyway, moving right along, we're going to keep it going. To kind of brighten things up just a little bit, this is some good news. If you guys don't remember, a couple years ago, there was a school shooting at Sandy Hook. It was very devastating. Alex Jones was like, this is a black flag. Those people are actors. His rhetoric actually got some parents, and this is true, people, because of Alex Jones and his crazy rhetoric saying that this was false and those were actors. Some of the parents actually started to believe what Alex Jones was saying and didn't believe what their actual kids who go to the school who was involved in that was saying. Like, I'm not making this up. It is a tragic story. I'll make sure to find that article so you guys can read that. That particular article came out maybe a couple months ago, but it's just tragic to hear for a parent to hear some crazy conspiracies and actually believe it, and not their flesh and blood that was actually there at the school involved in the situation. Crazy rhetoric like that. It's infectious, and people actually believe it, and it was just sad. The whole situation was sad, but the good news is, not to dwell on the past, the good news is 9 families from that have been awarded, I guess in total, $73 million by the gun company, Remington. This is a very big situation. This is one of the first times that a gun manufacturer had to pay money to a family or to families because of the weapons that they've made. So this is very big. 73 million. I hope that, of course, this doesn't bring back your loved ones, especially kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't bring them back, but hopefully this can, mend some wounds, and they can, heal as a family, and definitely try to move forward and put that particular situation behind them. But it's crazy. Again, $73 million to 9 families of the Sandy Hook shooting. Remington is bankrupt right now. So that's good. They made him go bankrupt. That is crazy. Lesson for the banks and underwriters. Hey, there it is. That's spoken from somebody who knows. They be on the inside. Miss Quest, she be knowing. So if she said it, boom, I'm with it. But moving right along, I'm going to give you some quick updates with the Russia-Ukraine situation. A lot of tension is heating up right now. If you guys didn't hear the ambassador from America that was in Moscow, the government kicked him out. They said, you got to go home. You got to go. They say tensions are rising. Blinken, he said, I'm not here today to start a war. I'm here to prevent one. We don't want war. They don't want it. They're saying that Russia has added 7,000 more troops to the border. We can't have that. In the whole situation, we talked about this before, is very complicated. A lot of stuff is going on, a lot of moving pieces. So please, when y'all get a chance, read these articles, get the information for yourself, because it's a lot. I don't even get everything, but it's you guys might be able to get it. Usual suspects, everybody out there, y'all smart. I love y'all. But definitely check these articles out. But going right along, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg says he has not seen any signs of drawn down by Moscow, despite claims troops are returning to their garrisons. So he's even saying that Russia is lying about what they're saying. There has been no drawn downs. They're not going back to the base, even though they're supposed to. Like, something has to happen. They definitely got to go back. Again, we don't want war. We want to prevent one, again, as Blinken said. But again, there's a lot going on. It's definitely fast-paced. So please read these articles so you guys can be apprised as well of what's going on. But moving right along, I talked about this. Well, I didn't talk about this. I kind of tweeted about this. Somebody had made a tweet about a letter that was going around to the parents of an Indiana school. And basically, in the letter, the teacher was saying that, hey, I'm going to be teaching students about Black History Month, certain people in it. I think it's good. She even tried to put in some statistics like, learning about other cultures and learning about diversity makes a student smarter, brighter, more empathetic, all these good things. But then she was like, unfortunately, if you don't want your kid partaking in Black History Month, sign this letter. And I think that's just crazy. I ain't never heard of nothing like that. The fact that you're just learning history. I know this all comes from the whole CTR debate, this, that, and the third, but it's crazy though. Like it's part of history. Again, with CTR, whatever that critical race theory, that's not even taught in high schools or anything like that. That's like a graduate level course or something like that in college. So to equate that with just learning about history, like how that's crazy. That makes no sense to me. No sense whatsoever. And I don't know. The fact that the teacher had to even do that is just beyond me. So I guess we'll see what happens. Like this is where we're at. This is where we're at. You can opt out of, learn about Black history, but you can't vote. You gotta go through all these hoops. Can't learn about Black history, but yeah, this is wild. This is wild. This is why they gotta learn it, so they won't repeat the dumb mess that we're going through right now. But anyway, we're gonna move right along. Oh, that's the same article. I do apologize about that. A little bit of climate change news. I thought this was. Oh wait, here we go. We're gonna start here. Wait. Here we go. Sorry about that. There's a big drought going on, and it says study finds that the Western mega drought is the worst in 1,200 years. Think about that. This is the worst in 1,200 years. Like the water levels are going down. That's why you hear all those fires going on out west in California. Well, some of it started by people wanting to have gender reveal parties and stuff like that, which is dumb. Don't do gender reveal parties, please. They're stupid. All right. Just cut a cake. If you don't want to know, that's fine. Wait till the baby gets popped out, then but don't do, if you're gonna have it, don't blow nothing up. How about that? If you're gonna have it, don't blow nothing up. Cut a cake, pop some balloons, don't blow nothing up. But yeah, so what's going on out west is the worst in 1,200 years. Climate change is real, people. Some got to be done. The water levels, if you've seen like the Hoover Dam, and you've seen like what it used to look like when it was first built versus today, you'll see a very very identifiable line just going straight across, and you can see how far the water has dropped. Like it's real. It's real. And it's happening all over the globe. All right. So definitely check that out. There's another article I forgot to pull up, but it's basically saying that pollution, what's going on right now, has killed more people than the pandemic. That's a little crazy. Y'all need to read that article. Let me know what y'all think. But yeah, it says that pollution has killed more people than the pandemic. Yeah, it said that. It said that. Y'all need to check that out. Hold on one second. Okay, I got it. Okay. Yeah, whatever. All right, moving right along. I'm sorry, there's some stuff popping up on my screen. I apologize about that. Okay. It says, for once, the environmental disaster is not a symptom of climate change. More humans, most of them poor and impoverished, die every day from the effect of pollution than that are dying from the pandemic. This is something that Ms. Quest has talked a lot about on the show. Environmental racism. I can't remember the exact term, but she's talked about this exact situation where in the inner city, there's a lot of smog, smoke, there's no green trees, nothing like that. But yet once you go out, it's all, she's talked about this. And it's funny that this article, I found the article, by the way, that that's what they're trying to say. But it's true. If you look at the urban city, it's just concrete. There's really no trees. It's all buses, which is fine. Public transportation, you got to get from A to B. You got to go to work, drop the kids off, go to school. We get that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's a lot of smog, a lot of smoke. Again, there's not a lot of green trees. The playgrounds are far few and in between. They're taking down the parks where people can go out and at least try to get exercise and do stuff like that. But we have to make a change, and I know a lot of people are doing like urban gardens. I know some great individuals who do stuff like that in Boston, growing like tomatoes and greens and just mad different vegetables. They got the green thumb, like the legit green thumb, you know what I'm saying, growing herbs and stuff like that. But we definitely need more things like that so that we can try to do what we can to combat all this pollution and small businesses. Definitely don't need to be opening up factories down in the inner city, letting all that pollutant out, or people are messing up their lungs and stuff. So something has to be done. And we definitely have to look at all different avenues of areas where we can stop stuff like that from happening. City council, the development board, where they build new buildings. That's another place where we have to start talking, because they green light factories opening up in the inner cities. We need to go to those board meetings and say, no, we don't want that here. Y'all need to go somewhere down the street. Y'all need to go over there where it's open, ain't nobody living. I got kids that live over here. We need to be going to those meetings. You know what I'm saying? And letting those people know. The developers, the city real estate people, those are the people that we need to be talking to say, hey, y'all can't be building these factories where these kids and people live. Y'all need to find another spot for that. So anyway, that's what this article was talking about. Not necessarily what I was saying, but it's talking about that. And lastly, I wanted, before I end the show, and again, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to spend a couple moments with me. I definitely appreciate it. That's why y'all the usual suspects coming by every week with the knowledge and all that information that y'all be getting. Anyway, let me move right along. Let me end it on some good news. A local hero. This is from the state of Massachusetts for all the local people. Because this is Black History Month, I'm in the show kind of like what Miss Quest does. It's dope. We definitely, Black history is our history. It's your history. It's everybody's history. We're just a part of this country like everybody else. But anyway, for the people in the state of Massachusetts, for Red Sox fans out there, Bumpsy Green was the first Black Red Sox player to start that. He got his chance on July 22nd, 1959. They needed a pinch runner. Man was quick. He had them jets. He'd be out. They needed that. And he was the one to fit that bill. He started that, got to start playing his career. He was like, my whole life I wanted to play baseball. I wanted to play in the major leagues. And he got his chance. His whole name is Elijah Bumpsy Green. Hold on one second. Let me flip over my notes real quick. He was born in 1933 in Boley, Oklahoma. He signed his contract in 1953 with the minor league baseball team. And because of that, some Red Sox scouts were actually there in one of his games. And that's kind of where they kind of discovered him, like, oh, snap, my man got some jets. We definitely going to need somebody that can run fast, around the bases and things like that. So they seen him there. And it was like, yo, won't you come up to Boston? Won't you come play for us? Unfortunately, Boston was the very last team, pre-expansion team, to integrate Black people into their lineup. But nonetheless, they did do it. And his brother, Elijah Bumpy Green, he was the brother to make it happen for everybody else, for Big Papi, for all the other people all the other great Red Sox players that we have had on the team. If it wasn't for Mr. Elijah Green, they wouldn't be here today. So, yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It wasn't. 1959 was not that long ago. It wasn't, people. It was not. It wasn't. It was yesterday. Like literally, not literally yesterday, but in the timeline, it really wasn't. That was not a long time ago. It's not. And we're still here fighting the good fight. We're still here trying to get equality. We're still here trying to make sure that people like me, people like you guys out there, their sons and daughters can have equality. They can elevate to where they want to be in life. We're still fighting that good fight. At the same time, there are definitely opportunities out there for people to advance. I mean, shoot, look at me. I'm here. I got the show on YouTube. I work my job. I got a house. The opportunities are there. You just have to work for it. Unfortunately, we may have to work a little harder than the next person, but at the same time, that hard work builds character. You know what I'm saying? It in general, we're a resilient people. We've been through so much adversity. This isn't the time. I'm not trying to knock down any other race or any other people right now. I'm just calling like it is. We've been through a lot, and we can definitely elevate above the BS to get to a higher station, to get to a better place in life. We just have to work for it. And again, it's unfortunate that we have to work harder, go through more struggles to get it. It is. It's not fair, and that's why we're fighting for equality. But it can be done. You just have to have that dedication and willpower. Be like, you know what, man, I don't need all that BS, man. I'm gonna do what I got to do. I'm gonna get out of here. Whether you want to be an engineer, a computer scientist, politics, doing what we're doing. If you want a reporter, or if you want to, make furniture, shoot. You want to be a builder. You want to work with your hands. Like, the opportunities and stuff is there. You just got to make sure you know what you want and go for it. So that's all I got to say. Again, big shout out to Mr. Elijah Bumpsy Green, being the first Black Red Sox player to pave the way for everybody else that came after him. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys like the format. Again, I'm gonna tweak it a little bit, but let me know what you guys think. Again, everything that I talked about will be in the description after the show. Y'all lovely people, have a good night, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.